To do 10% of 320, you would divide 320 divided by 10, because 10% is a tenth of 100%, so the answer would be 32. For 40% of 120, you would have to divide it by 10 to get it to 10%, which would be 12, and then 12 times by 4 would be 48. For 15% of 400, firstly you'd have to figure out 10% which is 40, but then you have to figure out half of it to find the other 5%, which is 20. And then 20, since it's 5% and 10%, you need to add 40 and 20 together, which makes 60. For 75% of 1.2, 75% equals 3/4. So you need to divide 1.2 by 4, which equals 0.3, because it's like 12 divided by 4, which is 3, but you need to move it one space to the right. And then, since it's 3/4 equivalent, you need to times 0.3 times 3 to make 0.9. For 3/4 of 60, first you need to figure out 1/4 of it, which will be 15, because 15 times by 4, 15 times by 2 is 30, and then 30 times by 2 again is 60. But then with that 15, you need to times it by 3, so 50 times by 3 equals 45, so that'll be your answer. And then for 120 times by 5, first you need to figure out 120 divided by 5, which is 24, and then you need to times 24 times by 2, because it's 2/5, not 1, which will be 48. 2/7 of 4,200, first you need to figure out 1/7. So let's think of it as 42 divided by 7 equals 6. But then you need to add the 2 digits to the end, so it'll be 600. But then you need to times it by 2. So 600 times by 2 equals 1,200. And then for 2/3 of 2.1, you need to figure out 1/3 firstly, which would be 0.7, and 0.7 times by 2 will be 1.4. And another way you can do this is if you basically do the question without the decimal place and then add it in at the end.